Hey everybody, this is Keith here, Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. So, I mentioned in my, was it my previous video or the video before, I think it was when I done my Stephen King video, I said that I had another 2 editions coming of from Midnight Classics. And I've decided I'm actually going to just do one video on one of them and then I might put the other one in a haul video. The reason why I wanted to do a video on this one is because I think it's probably one of the best releases I've ever seen for this movie. So, the film I'm talking about is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, in this release, you do get 2. You get part 1 and 2. But if I'm being totally honest, I got it mainly for the first one. The first one comes with, it's a 4K, there's a 4K transfer on it as well. I'm not kidding you, folks. This is a special release. I am not kidding. The box set itself, it's actually a lovely hardened box set. If you're familiar with the Arrow's releases, the limited editions, you know exactly what you're getting. But then not only that, but the 2 releases inside, both of them come in hardened cases as well. It's an absolute beast of a box set. Still going on Amazon Italy. I paid 40 quid. 45 including shipping, that is. They're up to around 50 now, so they are going up. So if you're looking to get one, get one now, because I'm not kidding you, folks, I really do think this is one of the nicest editions I've seen for Texas Chainsaw. And that's saying something, because I actually do have right behind me, I do have this gorgeous set, and I actually do think I think it's better. I really do. You get a lot of goodies in this, don't get me wrong, but this set is just, it's an absolute beast, it is. So, before I get into the technical aspects of it, I'm going to just skip to myself in my next room, and I'm going to get a closer look at this, of this release. So, let's jump in there now and do that right now. Right, folks, so here we go. This is the box, the main box art, and as you can see, the artwork is absolutely incredible. Have to give credit when credit's due for the artist, and whoever done the cover art in this box set is absolutely amazing. So I'll just turn around to the side there, and as you can see, this is a quite a thick box set, but it needs to be thick to house these 2 incredible editions. I will turn it quickly around. So anyone that's familiar with the Arrow limited editions, you know, the kind of hardened box they come in, this is the exact same with this box. It's as tough as nails, and you just know nothing's going to ever happen. There's going to be no shelf wear on this. You can tell by the feel of it. And the great thing about it is, both editions, they actually all come in. They're actually in hardened boxes as well. So they really went all out in this collection, folks. I'm not kidding you. I really am impressed by it. I cannot believe the work on this collection. And the great thing as well about it is, it does artwork, it does different artwork on every kind of facet of this box set. It's amazing. You're going to see it now in a second, but I will scroll this in now and you can get a look at the features. So this the first film and the second film, both of them are 3-disc editions. I will get into them now in a second, but as you can see, they are quite loaded with features. I'm presuming part 2, the features in part 2 will probably be very similar to what we got with the Arrow video release that we got years and years ago. So yeah, I'm going to take these out of the box set and we'll have a look and see what the editions themselves are like. So here we go. Right, so there you have it. That is the 2 editions, and like I said, very different to the artwork on the main box set, which is I really do love when they do that. But the artwork, it really is incredible. It really is. Again, I'm just so happy with this edition. Again, I'll just show the 2 spines as well, and you get 2 different kind of pictures there on the spines as well. And then you have one kind of blue spine and you have one red one. So we'll just open this. Well, actually, I'll show you the back of it. This one first before we do open it. Like I said, this is a 4K edition. It does have a Blu-ray and a digibook and a bonus disc. So we'll slide her open, and first thing you'll see, then you have Midnight Classics and Cult Media. And then turn around and voila, different artwork again. It's just, yeah, it's an amazing thing. To think that I actually got this for €40. And folks, these are still available. The Amazon Italy, just type in Midnight Classics, you'll come across it, €50. No, I paid €40 for it, but it's gone up to 50. So they are going up a bit. So if you're looking to buy one soon. So that is the 4K disc, as you can see. Then scroll around here and you have, this is the Blu-ray of the film. I'm going to just put this down and see if I can take the disc out. Right, there we go. And as you can see, it's all different artwork on the discs as well. So you have the I presume that is the bonus disc, and then you have the Blu-ray. So yeah, I will quickly just scroll through the pictures as well. The book itself. It's all in Italy, folks, so it can't be read. Well, I can't read it, unfortunately. But it does have some decent pictures in it. Like that one there in particular yeah, that is great. It would be nice to be able to read this, but look, it can't be helped. Well, it can be helped if I decided to learn Italian. But there we go, folks. That is just the first part, and can't tell you how happy I am to see what they've actually done with this. So on to the second one. Loving again that artwork; it's just amazing. So I'll just put that up, and he's gonna have a look at the some of the features as well. And like I said, I'm presuming the features on this will be very similar to the one for Arrow's video, but hopefully maybe they are a little bit different. So out we go, and this one, yeah, Midnight Classics and MGM written, and then look at that artwork. Isn't that that is amazing. That is amazing, folks. I'm not gonna lie, I think this could be the best edition I've ever seen for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I really do, and I have a few editions of it, but this one I just absolutely love. So you have the Blu-ray edition. This is a 2K scan of this movie. I think it must have been a 2K master that done in 2016. And then at the back here, just gonna put that down again. This is this must be a supervised master edition by a fella named Richard. Is it Chorus or Curis? Is that his name? I'm not quite sure. He might be a director of photography. I'm not quite sure who he is. But again, as you can see, there is alternate artwork on the discs. So I'll just slide that back in. So like I said, you have a Blu-ray. You have like I said, a director's cut of it, or maybe a new master, and some special features. So I'll just throw that down, and we'll have a quick look through the book itself. Not the biggest fan of this one. I don't mind it. Just nothing near as good as the first one. Believe it or not, folks, I've never seen the third one. I never got around to watching it. So if you can give me a heads up on what it's actually like, that would be great, because I actually didn't even read anything up about it. But look at that. That's amazing. But yeah, but again, let me know in the comments how did you find the second one? I'm kind of curious, because everyone always talks about the first one. No one really talks about the second one. I'll be kind of curious to hear what you say. So yeah, that is part 2, folks. So that is just a quick look at the two again. Like I said, very hard boxes. Nothing is happening to these, folks. Nothing. I guarantee in 20 years' time, this collection is going to still look as lovely as it does right now. So that's it, folks. So next thing we can do is go into the whole technical aspect of it, and we're going to do that right now. So here we go. Right, folks. So here we go. The transfer. This is definitely one of the hardest films I ever had to watch in 4K. This is a hard one to review. And I think a lot of people will relate to it as well. So anyone who's familiar with this movie, and I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that is very familiar with it, this movie is dirty. It's dirty, it's grimy, it's meant to look that way. So, you know, what does the 4K transfer look like? Yeah, it looks dirty and grimy. This film would not work if they cleaned it up. If they made it ultra sharp, kind of what you get with the likes of like The Shining or even Alien. If they did that with this, it just wouldn't work. It would lose something. So yeah, the picture is dirty. It's very grimy. There is a lot of grain. It's definitely the heaviest grain I've ever seen on a 4K transfer. But I don't know what it is, folks. It just adds to this movie. I don't know what to tell you. It works and it doesn't work. I don't know what. This is a tough one. I told you this is very, very, very tough. The print is quite clean. The print is very, very, very clean. But like I said, it is a dirty film as well. It does have a Dolby Atmos soundtrack. Now, this is the first film I'm talking about, folks. This is not the second one. The second one's just a Blu-ray, but the first one has a 4K transfer, and yeah, it does have Atmos as well. It's a bit over the top, the Atmos. That's not the right way to phrase it. It's needless. It's appreciated, but there was no need for it. I actually watched it. There was not much in the high channels, if I'm being totally honest. So yeah, so whatever, I presume it might have been a 5.1 DTS sound that we got before it. It probably would have been adequate, and you probably won't notice a whole lot difference with this one. Now the problem with this set, and again why it was so hard to review it, there's no HDR on this set. Now that's a tough one. I didn't actually know when I was buying it that there was no HDR with it. I've said this to numerous people before, that I find that if you don't have HDR with 4K, then 4K doesn't quite work. And now, not taking anything away from this film, it still is quite vibrant. But you can clearly see that HDR is not being used. So the problem I have now is, it's, you know, whether or not to recommend it. I don't know. I actually do not know. Is it the best the film's ever looked? Yeah, definitely. Is it like a top-notch 4K transfer? No. When you do watch it, you're never gonna if you had this movie on, you will never convince anyone that this is a 4K transfer. That's I think that's the one thing about this movie. But that's what the movie is. It's meant to look that way. So I'm very conflicted, folks. I really don't know. So I'm actually not going to say nothing about whether or not I recommend it. It's up to you. Like I said, it is the best it's looked. It's the best it's probably sounded. But yeah, it doesn't look like a 4K movie. So that is it, folks. That's all I can say about the movie. I'm kind of hoping that it kind of helps. It's a tough one, and anyone who does have it out there and who has the 4K transfer, I'm sure you'll know yourselves. So yeah, I'll leave it up to you, folks. So that is it. That's a quick unboxing of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre collection. I'm not going to talk about the text of the specs of the second part, because, folks, I think that if you have the Arrow release, or I'm sure Scream Factory done a release of part 2 as well, I'm sure the transfers are all the same on these editions, and I'm sure all the features as well, and sound. I think the sound had a 2.0 DTS audio, so I presume all the audio is quite very the same as well. So yeah, so I didn't want to kind of get into the second one that much, because I really did buy this set for the first one. So yeah, that's it, folks. So again, if you did like this video, please do give us a thumbs up, and if you do have any questions or any comments, please leave it down there and let me know. Let me know what you think of that transfer. I'm so curious to hear what people think about it. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. So take care, folks out there. Stay safe. Bye bye.